What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wun Heavy Podcast.
Hey.
Holiday times. I want it to be off, but we can't be off because there's no days off in life, I guess. So we're going to keep it rolling. Right, guys? Right?
Yeah,
guys?
man.
Let's do it.
Santa's little helper over there.
I wish I was playing Fortnite right now.
Fortnite. They probably got some holiday package up on there and shit.
They actually... Do you know what they just put in it?
What?
They put the fucking Halo character in it.
Oh, shit. All right.
It's lit.
Right.
Do you gotta pay for
Commander
that?
Chief.
Nah, they just be like, do you have to pay for that? Or like sometimes you have
So,
to
yeah. So, there's ways you can win some of the content, but you definitely got to pay.
All right.
And
How
they
much
think
does
they're
that go
slick,
for?
too, because they just drop, like, mad new shit. If I had a kid, well, I do have a kid, but he's not here yet. If my son was in between 5 and 10 right now, I'd be pissed at Fortnite.
What are you gonna pay for that though?
And it's not cheap. It costs like $10 for like 1,000 V-Bucks. And everything costs like 1,500 V-Bucks, so you do the math.
I have not played video games since PlayStation 3. It's crazy, bro. And I think I got my PlayStation 3 right behind you, by the way.
I saw it.
He's just looking
That should be in the Sony Museum.
And I don't play that either, man. My favorite video game of all time is Mortal Kombat, by all means. So
I'm a Crash Bandicoot guy myself.
whoopsie.
Okay.
See, my kid's like gonna be 4, December 27th.
Was he in Fortnite yet?
Oh, he loves video games, but I told his dad, like, let's not buy him anything expensive. This kid destroys shit. So I'd rather start him off with something like the Xbox so he can just start learning and stuff
Wait,
like
Xbox ain't cheap though.
Yeah, it's expensive.
They're all like the same price, pretty much.
Are they? No, I would get him a refurbished one, like at GameStop or
You get him,
something.
like,
I
a
wouldn't go
Switch or
all out
something.
and get him a brand new one.
Got you.
Get him like a
He's a
Nintendo
kid.
Switch.
Get him a Switch.
Yeah,
I think
Switch
every
is-
kid...
He never stays still for a Switch.
The thing is, that's a beautiful thing about Switch.
I
you
think
can actually
there's something about looking at a TV and having a headset on. And
Oh, all right. But I was like, you can walk around
you know what I
with
mean?
this.
So it looks like
I'm
you're
probably
gonna have an
gonna.
athlete.
That's probably what he's gonna get.
And
for
you can play it
Christmas.
on the TV. It's just, but
You
it's
can play
dope
that shit in the car,
Yeah,
the
you can
plane.
take it with
See,
you.
I don't
That's
know
the dope
nothing about
shit.
this stuff.
Yeah, that's why Switch is dope. You can play it on the
I
TV
call
and
the
literally
Switch
pick
the-
it up and take it and play it with you on the
It was
go.
hard to find those at one point though.
Yeah, because
You know what the Switches are really good for? If you're one of them sucky ass trash parents that put your kid in the room all day, you could just be like, "Here, shut the fuck up." And boom. That's what the Switch is for.
You'll take that, go away.
Which is all
Yeah,
too
yeah.
common.
Shut the fuck up. I want to roll up, little nigga.
That's messed
Here's a
up.
Benadryl smoothie too.
Shit.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't condone that stuff.
Well, how's everybody feeling? Everybody good? Besides playing video games and shit. If you said you would be playing, what did you guys do this past week?
Sheesh.
Start over there. She bought new socks.
Shit.
And they had a
I'm
cover
very
at the top.
festive. I was actually supposed to wear Shelby socks today, but
Shelby socks.
it was kind
Is that
of
like a
off with the
brand? What
shirt
is
that I was
that?
wearing.
Sounds like it.
So I had to get these to replace them. But Shelby, I will be wearing those socks on New Year's. Thank you, baby girl. And the other ones I'll wear it the week after.
You know
with a
what,
nice
Shelby?
top.
I'm very disappointed in you. You sent one pair of socks when you.
She has
could see-
castmates.
Yeah, she has castmates. One pair of socks.
Wait. girls, though.
She took a lot of time to do it. It takes 2 days to dye the socks and do
Yeah, in the
everything
same
to it.
puddle of water, she could have did.
She could have made ours too. I wear some fuchsia and purple socks. I don't give a fuck.
Well, we'll get that taken care of. You heard that, Shelby? Okay.
Well, the puddle of
These
water's
are
already down the
socks.
drain, so it's too late.
Puddle water.
Shut up. It's been all over social media. You don't follow her?
I don't. I don't know. I don't really. I
And we
post
won't
and I get
be
off.
eating that.
Rocking them socks.
Right, so I need some socks for nationals.
They're actually dope. I have it in my bag. I brought it so you guys can see it.
All right.
Big shout out to Shelby.
Oh man, Sandy, what'd you do? You still didn't know? You can remember what you did this weekend, Jeremiah, or this week?
Oh,
None of
my
these
bad.
days.
What the fuck did I do?
Yo, I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know,
think,
bro.
too.
I know I was busy. I just can't remember what the fuck I was doing. I know I went to Connecticut for the weekend. So I spent some time out there. I spent time with some family. And you know what it is with the quarantine and this whole COVID thing, man? I've been staying amongst the people I'm always around, and that's it. So in reality, I don't really do too much other than that, you know.
All right. Well, that's well. Since we about to start the show and we're going to start it now, and everybody seems to be in good spirits and seems to have a good week and all that shit. I didn't do much. I just do what I normally do, is just DJ at home, bunch of shows, streaming.
I feel like you can always check your location just by checking your live.
You can.
Yeah, so in other words, guys, if you want to kill D1, he's accessible.
Yeah, right. Follow me.
Just follow him. Follow him. You can find him.
Follow me. I wish you would.
Someone hacked into my personal computer. A hacker.
Oh yeah.
They came through my Wi-Fi connection.
Remember they said that? She said they sent her that message and then she like hit them up.
Oh
and
shit!
asked
So
her
how'd you
that
find
shit.
out?
Well, I went to go log into one of my bank accounts, and all of a sudden my computer started saying some crazy shit. It was like a woman's voice, and I was like, what in the fuck is going on? And it was like someone's trying to break into your files, your personal information, your email account, blah, 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 and had lost my wallet 2 days before that. So I was like, oh, fuck. Someone took my information down, even though I got my thing back. So I automatically called Microsoft's number, the support number that was on the computer. And this guy sounded so legit. He was like, did anybody use your computer? I was like, no, I usually keep the computer locked. He's like telling me to check everything, tell me what to press. I basically gave him access into my computer.
Out of here.
And he sounded so legit. And I really thought someone broke into my, was trying to hack my email. And
So
all
they
my
didn't have
information.
access until
She gave
I
them the
got that in the
information.
computer, and I was just doing what he was telling me to do. I thought it was support, and I was dead ass wrong.
Jess's pictures is floating out there, guys.
No, it's not. No, because I didn't have any pictures saved on my laptop.
she's definitely the cover photo for somebody OnlyFans.
Right?
I didn't have pictures on my
There's gonna
laptop.
be a fake IG of Jess somewhere soon.
Right?
So you guys ready to get the show started for
Let's
real?
get it started, man.
Cool.
Damn,
So-
fuck y'all niggas. You didn't even ask me
Oh yeah, what did you do? Sorry, my fault. That was me.
Oh, no, you
wanna
saying,
tell you
oh, no, you were saying that you would be
I'm
playing
over it.
video games now.
No, I said I wanted to do it today.
Yeah, so what?
Now I'm over it.
Well, nah, what did you do? Real quick.
Come on, quick, hurry.
I slept on Friday.
Ooh, exciting.
You know, because I felt so bad. I was supposed to make him a graphic, and
Never
my
happened.
body was like, "Hey, we're gonna chill right here all day."
That was a negative.
I called out of work and everything. I was like, "Fuck this, I'm not going." It was extra shift anyways. I didn't need it, but I did need it because I'm not rich. But and then what else did we do? I went to my mama's house and I played dominoes. That was fun.
Oh, I like that game.
I don't play dominoes.
Yeah, de lo mío, ya tú sabes, pai.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's
You play dominoes? We gotta play.
Yeah.
You might not
Oh, my
like me
goodness.
after the game, but it's fine.
That's all right. Talk shit.
Oh, I'm a shit talker. You can't drink if you play dominoes. Fuck you.
You said you can't drink and play dominoes. Oh my
You
god.
gotta be sober. Cause girl,
Wild.
I'm coming for the kill.
it's Jesse D, and the D is for domestic.
These D's for domestic. You stupid.
All right, I'm done.
So,
right.
first thing we want to talk about is obviously let's talk about if we are all dating and going out, should the guy be responsible for the bill on every date?
In my opinion, if he offers. You can't be like, shorty, let's go out to Five. No, that's cheap. But let's go to Five Guys and catch a movie. And then you pull up to Five Guys. You ask her what she wants. I got you, boo. You can't be like, give me half.
Five Guys. That's good shit.
Or fine, we're at Capitol Grill. You can't call shorty out and be like, get a babysitter. Yeah, and then.
Nah, yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah,
But
especially
now, if shorty rock is like, let's go, if you're initiating, I feel like, I don't know. I got a rule though. Me and shorty can never split a bill. One of us pays.
That makes sense to me. I think it does. I feel like it should be like, I don't know. If I'm initiating a date, then I think that I should pay.
Yeah. Whenever you
what I've come to
initiate, you should
find
pay.
is that cheap people make you cheap.
Yeah.
If you can follow that.
Nah, I definitely follow that.
So I'll do things for anybody as long as I feel like they're grateful for it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Amen.
And then it's reciprocated in other ways. But cheap people make you fucking cheap, and I've witnessed it with my own self. But when it comes to women, I don't mind paying it, especially if it's just for like dinner and movie. That's nothing. But like when we're talking about all the time, and then we get deep into our relationship, and we're splitting bills and things like that, meaning bills in our household, then it's like more like, all right, I'll pay today, next time you pay. I'll pay today, next time you pay. It's just more like you're showing appreciation more than anything.
Yo, you know what I'm finding nowadays? I don't know if it's just the chicks I fuck with, but chicks be paying to be
They
wanting to
do,
pay.
bro.
No, yeah,
They
definitely.
be wanting to pay. Like,
They
what
do.
you hungry? What you need? It's like, oh.
Speak on it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak
Jess
on it.
Jess is over there like a
Yeah, I can
teapot.
see it. I
Like,
see it. Speak on it, baby. Speak
Yeah,
on it. Just
yeah,
dive
let's
in.
hear it, Jess.
Okay.
Are you one of them chicks that think because you're pretty you never got to pay?
No.
I just had to ask.
No.
I hope not.
No, I mean, I've seen some shit some bitches think because they're fucking pretty that they can get away with, and it's because dumbass niggas let them get away with it. So that's
true.
what it is.
It's
So
that-
I'm not mad at that. I'm
I
not
hate
mad
it
at
when niggas complain about bitches because y'all let them do it to you. So
Nah.
shut the fuck up.
It's not even
You know what I'm
that. I
saying?
say it too. I'm like, yo, this nigga's an idiot.
But I feel like in most situations, a guy, if you go to the restaurant, it's because the man initiated
Right.
going out. So if it's a date and you initiate it, it's always a man who's like, I want to take shorty out. Yeah, of course, I'm going to expect you to pay for the meal.
Because you
But,
initiated it.
I remember meeting up with someone, and it was our first time meeting up. We were at the bar, we were hanging out, we were drinking, we were getting to know each other. I didn't expect him to pay for my tab. So when he went to the bathroom at the end, I took care of the tab. So when he came back, he was asking for the tab and the tab wasn't there. And he's like,
What the fuck?
he goes, you pay for it? I was like, yeah. You're welcome. What the fuck? You know what I mean? But he was surprised. He was surprised because I'm really not one of them. I don't just assume, especially if we're just getting to know each other. We're not even, we're not like together. We're not in a relationship. We're just meeting each other. We may just end up being friends after this date. I might not even like you. Why am I going to assume? You know what I mean? So that's just me. That's the type of female I am. But if we're in a relationship and we're dating, and
Never pay.
it's not that I would never pay. I like to cater to my man. You know what I mean? Every now and then I like to cater. Like I have plans in a few weeks from now, and I was like, oh, I'll get the flights, and then we'll split the hotel. You take care of the night out and the rental.
That's sensible, though.
That's
That's
acceptable.
understandable. See, I can dig that.
I can
You're
dig
not
that.
like, I'm Jesse Jim, I have a vagina.
I'm just gonna show up at the airport and everything's done, paid for.
No, because if I like you and I'm dating you, obviously we're a team. Like we're gonna do this together. You know what I mean? Or
I respect that. I actually highly respect that.
yeah, that's.
I can't stand chicks that feel like because they breathe, they should get paid, like, or like everything got to be paid for because they're breathing and they exist.
But Jesse's right though. A lot of niggas be just letting these girls get away with that, and it fucks up the whole game for everybody else.
I don't feel bad for them, honestly. If a chick can get everything out of you, I'm gonna help her because you're dumb.
yeah.
So during the summer, I went out with this chick for the first time. And she told me that if the guy pays for the date, for the dinner, is a date. But if they go half, then it was like a hangout.
That's some friendship shit.
Do you guys agree with that?
That's why I said I would split bills.
Okay.
This is a hangout.
I respect that. So here's like the difference in the situation to switch it up. Oh, were you gonna say something?
Yeah. The other thing is, I think it's more of the situation when you're out in a club, right? And there's girls who come to a table because they know somebody and just assume whoever's paying the tab at the table is supposed to take care of all of them and make sure they have all drinks. You just came to chill with the table. Don't assume, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I've seen it happen. And
You
I've
came
seen
through
it.
with somebody else, but do you know who's the person that the tab's name is on? No,
Right.
you don't know them personally.
I've seen that happen.
That's
plenty
happened to
of
me
times.
before.
Yeah.
I've seen niggas do it.
Yeah, a lot.
That's
A lot of times it's niggas who do that shit.
That's
I've seen girls do it too, a lot too, but a lot of niggas be doing that shit.
I can't believe people have the audacity to do something like that though. That's like tacky as hell, man.
It is. It's fucking, I don't know, man. That's just shameless. That's all it is. What about, I've had this situation before. You ever just chill with a shorty and like, not even going out, you're at the crib, and you're like, hey, you know, are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. So you order food, the food comes, y'all eat. You just go to the door, you pay for it, and she doesn't even offer to give you the money for the food. You're not even chilling on that type of time, mind you. You're just chilling with her. Like you guys have never made it to like any type of point. Like you guys just happen to be actually chilling for the first time, and she's in your crib, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." Like, bitch, what? Like,
Are you trying to hit it?
huh?
Are you trying to hit it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
But it goes back where.
But I'm saying, what is your intentions for that relationships?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. If
What
I
does
never
the
made
intention of the relationship matter if you got to pay for her meal or not?
I mean, because
You
I
don't
feel
even
like
know
if
this
she's
girl.
over your house and you're
Well, if
chilling,
you,
then maybe you should pick up the bill. Like, if she's in your house,
If I like her, yeah.
But what I'm saying
But what
is,
if she's the
if
one
you're
that brought up
playing
the fact
host,
that she wants food?
That's a whole different story.
and you're hungry too, right?
No, she's the one that initiated the food order.
I never
Oh,
said.
she initiated the food
Yes, that's the thing. I didn't say
bitch, you
like.
tripping
It's
on
not like
that.
I said, "Yo, I'm hungry. Do you want something to eat? Because I'm about to order food."
She's
She
like,
said,
she's like,
"I'm hungry."
Literally, she's like,
And she's like, "Could you want to eat?" And I was like, "You know what? I could eat, son. I guess." And then, boom, 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 orders food. I ended up paying for it, but I'm just like, I take notes of little shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do too. I'm not gonna stress it, but I definitely will take notes
Yeah, I
about
was like, all right, you got me a little bitch.
That idea is like.
yo, I don't like when chicks do that when it comes to smoking and getting up and smoking.
Really?
Yeah, that shit.
That shit pisses me off.
That shit pissed me off.
Because niggas do this sometimes too. They'll be like, let's get up, let's burn one. I'm like, bet.
No, it'd be like, yo, let's match. And you get up, like, yo, we go.
Oh, you know what I call that, right? I call that being match fished. Being match fished. Can you put this in text on the thing? Match fished. Being match fished is when somebody hits you up talking about let's match, and they don't show up with no weed or money for weed.
No royalties, nothing. Not a leaf, not a joint.
Not even a Dutch.
Not even a lighter. Nothing.
Just their lungs.
And the lint in their pocket.
You know what's the irony behind that though? Like for me, I'm the type of person that I don't like smoking alone. I'm not a smoker like that.
I get that, but it's also being the other
But
person
I'm
that
saying
hits you
like
up.
I'll be like, yo, Heavy, you want to smoke? But I'm not even thinking for you to
But you
match.
didn't say let's match though.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
the
even saying-
point.
yeah.
Time out. Disc is full.
No way.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on.
When did that happen?
About 2 minutes ago.
That's all right.
But yeah, Jeremiah, that's different because people will literally like be like, let's match. That requires travel sometimes. You might pull up to a nigga's crib or a shorty's crib. You might go on a blunt ride.
And like I said, it's not even about money. It's not about weed. I want people to be clear
It's
on
the
that.
decency of
Yeah, it's not about the
Common
weed.
courtesy.
Because the reality is, how much is weed? How much is a meal? It's
It
really
ain't
not.
cheap.
It
Weed
ain't
ain't cheap.
But it ain't like it's gonna break you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Because you're gonna smoke and eat anyways.
right. So it's not really gonna break you. It's more for me the principle of it all. Like it's all about, you know, the decency behind it all. You know what I'm saying?
I've had chicks. I've had women ask to come to events, and you show up to the club and they're like, "You got me right." I'm like, "What?
Oh, I don't want to go there
What?
because you know I've had my fair share.
I'm back.
I've had people pull up to concerts.
Well, I had people come to the clubs and expect me to put them in VIPs, buy them bottles, buy them drinks, and when that did not happen, all I'm doing is inviting you there. You get what I'm saying? I might throw you on the list, but I ain't fucking putting you in a VIP and giving you bottles and shit.
Hell no.
I might buy you a drink, but I'm not buying you bottles.
All right, so
And that's what people expect sometimes when you invite them. And this happened to me for both females and for males.
I mean, it is something that's not like, you know, one-sided. And then it's not just men, it's not just women. They're in both categories, definitely. But that brings you up into the next topic, you know, just about red flags and shit. So obviously we're just kind of talking about right now, like what kind of red flags you look for or what like happen to have you call off like relationship or dating, even if you're not in like an actual relationship. Like are there certain things that you're just like, oh no, this ain't gonna like definitely work. She's smacking whatever she's smacking.
I was gonna say, you're gonna hear that all in the mic.
That's all right.
I know.
She just got a bunch of fellas at home wondering.
You got niggas like, I will pay $1,000
like-
to be that candy king.
sound like
She's like, yo, I want to hear Jess doing ASMR for the candy cane.
A fucking project. Like a project chick.
She's in her prime, y'all. Prime
Nah, but what would be like things that like would set you off in like in a dating or relationship scenario where
Red
you're with
flags in a
somebody?
relationship.
Yeah, what red flags you
That makes you
I
not
don't
want
even
to.
look for.
That makes you not want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, that might make you just really start second guessing it or not want to be dealing with that person anymore.
I fucking hate attention-hungry people. That annoys me. And I don't honestly.
Red flag.
That's a red flag for like a relationship and a friendship for me. Like, if you can't just go somewhere and just chill, like, I can't do it. I hate attention hungry.
So let's open that up. Let's say relationships, and I guess all relationships, not even just.
Yeah, because a friendship is a relationship.
Okay, so relationships in general. Yeah.
Yeah, the attention hungriness, I should be able to go to like D1's event and not try to outshine D1 while he's DJing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be out there trying to do too much. Maybe I can network, but I shouldn't be out there like with my own mic at his DJ.
Right, it's his time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I'm there for.
Yeah.
Show up with your own PA speaker and shit. Just
Yeah.
in the other corner, like, yo,
Trying to outdress my nigga at his event.
This nigga is fucking selling merch at your event.
Trying to sell his mixtape and shit. Like, bro, like, what are you doing here?
What about y'all? Any red flags in any type of relationships that make you like, go, this may not work out for me?
I would definitely have to say
And think about your
short-tempered.
Short-tempered? Yeah.
Short-tempered, verbal abuse. What you say when you're mad.
That's big.
Yep.
I used to be a
that's
verbally
good. Those are all
abusive
good.
person.
I agree with all that.
Those are really good.
I feel like when they don't, the only thing that's important to them is anything that affects them and nobody else around you. You have to watch out for that too. Self-absorbed. That's a red flag. And that's pretty much where I can come off the top of my head. Communication.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Don't know how to communicate. I mean, I have my moments. There's moments where I get upset and I don't communicate right away, but eventually I'll come out of my shell and communicate. But to close someone out totally and not communicate at all, waiting for the other person to reach out, then that's not good. That's just, you might as well let it go. Cause
That's a being inconsiderate.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the main thing for me is communication, because I'm a nigga that likes communication. So, and that goes across the board for family, that goes across the board for friendships and relationships. Additionally, I think lack of understanding too. Like, you're not empathetic to other people.
In empathy or like because they're
empathy,
dumb?
like lack of. Like you can't understand someone else's situation. Like you only understand a one-sided position, and that's it. At least try to understand someone else's position. I grew up in a family, in a household where my mother was very empathetic, sometimes at a fault, and so she taught us that. You know what I mean? And so when I see people that don't have that, that fucking bothers me to a T. So. Those are red flags for me, amongst other things. I mean, those are the most serious ones, but other little things you can work on. You know what I mean?
I hate a clingy motherfucker. I hate a needy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I've had times where I was talking and dating a chick. Anytime I was like, oh yeah, me and my boys are about to go. Mind you, this is like the scenario. My boys going to like, I don't know, say Puerto Rico. They're going for like a somebody's getting married. They're having like a bachelor party like type of scenario. They're all going out there for like a guy's trip. But yo, this is what's going on. Oh, I want to go. Like, what sense of words would you be coming when there's like 7 other guys and I'm gonna be the one nigga to bring the girl that's not even like my girl, but I'm dating. Like, just little shit like that. And they're like, no, I'm just kidding. But they'll keep hinting. I'm like, yo, you don't come with me everywhere. I don't go to everything you fucking do. Like. Right. I need space. Like, I can't have somebody who's always on my back. Like, always just clingy, needy. Like, I need to be able to know, like, you can go do your own thing and not have to be attached to everything I do every time. And not to say, like, because I am the type of dude, if I have a girl, I usually am like, yo, I'm doing this tonight. Like, if I have an event, I'm like, yo, do you want to come? Because I know the other end of that is like, usually when you don't ask, it's like, oh, you're trying to hide something. No, I'm really not. Like, you can come, you can stand right here and look what the fuck is going on. Because I'm like one of those niggas I really don't really be fucking with bitches when I be out in the club like that and shit. So you can really come and sit here and watch. You're going to be like, see a bunch of people come up and talk to me, be drunk as fuck, and as soon as the music goes off, they're nowhere to be seen because I'm not the center of attention anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But somebody who just has to be like always on doing what I'm doing all the time. Like, they don't have anything else going on for them. They have to just attach themselves to my shit all the time. Like,
And that's
Well,
what you
so
find
it's someone who's afraid to just be alone sometimes.
yeah,
like,
just clean. Just
no, that's not good because people who don't like to be alone, it's just not a good sign. There's something wrong with them. Clearly, if you can't be alone with yourself, I could go a week in my house by myself and be chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, I'm the type of person.
Literally not
I'm
leave the
social.
house, nothing. Like, I just have a routine and a schedule and just enjoy just sitting on my bed and having a moment. You know what I mean? After a
I
long
get
day.
it too, but I'm the type of person, like, I'm sociable, so, like, but I have no problem going out, stopping at a place by myself for like an hour or two, just chilling. Like, I'll probably maybe know like 1 or 2 people there. Sometimes I may know like 50 people there, but I have no problem just going out, hanging out someplace for a little bit. Even if I'm just having a drink at a bar, just sitting there, probably just watching something on the TV and shit, and be about my day. Like, who knows? Sometimes I've even gone out to places like that, and I've ended up talking to somebody at the bar randomly. I've had just like a dope conversation with somebody who I'll probably never see again, but it was still like a dope like experience, a conversation. And sometimes you learn something new. And you gotta just venture out.
Clinginess is so annoying.
It is. It's very annoying.
I'm
It's
thinking
very
about
toxic.
it because I'm thinking about my past relationships,
Yeah, it's
and I
very
remember
toxic.
that feeling.
Yeah, this shit
it
is-
makes you feel as if you have, and not only that, it makes the man, and I'm speaking from my perspective, it makes the man make him feel as if he has to lie about things that he shouldn't even be lying about.
Yeah, or it
You
just
know
makes
what I'm
you,
saying?
or it just makes you just feel guilty. Like, damn, I have to like do this with this person. If I don't do this, like this person.
Although on the flip side, your girl should be your best friend. I should be able to do anything with your girl.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's like a kind of a way of handling it, but I think that there's a balance to that. Like, she needs to have time with her girls. I think it's very important, and I think most men say, okay, go spend time with your girls. Go do your thing. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Do your
so
thing.
that jealous ass nigga.
You know, I know there are some jealous niggas, but
Possessive ass nigga.
but for the most part, you know, it needs to be a balance. You got to go and do your own thing. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Spending time apart is completely healthy. When you're up under each other all the time, that's unhealthy. But it's all about balance in the end. You know what I mean?
You're gonna want to miss each other.
Right. What the fuck? Let me miss you. Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I don't like? I don't like them chicks that market themselves.
I see.
I'm wifey material. I suck dick and I cuck. And I have threesomes.
No, I know
Look
what
at
you're
me.
saying. Like, yeah, like
It's like,
your bitch could never.
my bitch did and she did it better. What you talking about?
Why do you think they do that though?
That's insecurity. Insecurity is loud.
Jess, what do you say to girls like that?
What?
That market
girls that
themselves.
market themselves like that. What do you think? I know you got some girlfriends that do that. Come on.
Do like what? No, I
I'm the
don't.
illest bitch alive. Look at me. I look good. I fuck. I suck. I cook. And I order out too. And I get my own bag.
I mean, no, actually, no. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
You never had no girlfriends, no girls that you, not even that are
That
direct
was
friends.
overly confident about who
just-
they are as a mate.
Oh, just
partner.
broadcasting their shit like.
I'm
Like,
trying to think.
Yo, I used to have this
think
chick.
of one.
I used to have this chick on my page, and she's fucking sexy too. Yo, and I fucking hated her because she would literally like just market everything she did for her man while in the relationship. So you're making yourself look appealing for the masses, but you're supposed to be in this intimate relationship. Like, for instance, she posted a text message and she was like soup to show the world that she told her man to go buy fruit roll-ups before he came home.
Fruit roll-ups.
So she can suck his dick. Hello.
That was over my head. I never had that.
some fruit roll-ups?
I never had no fruit roll-ups. Shit.
Ooh, you missing out.
I guess I am missing out. I need to expand my fucking sexual palate.
Yeah, you just gotta take a shower right after. You know what I'm saying? That sticky situation. That's fucking with you.
That should be just collecting mad lint.
Especially if you wear some new boxes, it's a wrap. I'm like, wow, I'm still washing off last week's
Like
boxers.
when you drop a lollipop on the carpet.
I hate you. But yeah, I hate marketers. Like, you're not a politician. Stop.
No, that's just a bunch of red
I think
flags
that's
to me,
because
bro.
the man's probably not giving him enough,
Attention. So
not even attention, maybe enough gratitude. So I don't know. Maybe it could be that. I don't know.
but I don't know. I don't want my woman seeking outside pats on the backs for what she does for me. That's all.
Especially in the bedroom.
So I mean,
Especially in the intimacy
so
of our
playing
bedroom.
devil's advocate, maybe her man ain't telling her enough. Maybe her man ain't saying thank you. Maybe her
So
man
that-
ain't
so
doing
that
those
condones
things.
bringing in the
I'm
outside
not
world
saying it
instead of a
condones,
relationship?
but I'm trying to understand what the fuck her mentality is. Like why would she
like
do
she
that?
wants to get cheered on
Like
for it.
why would she do that? So she's probably looking outside of the relationship, elsewhere, to be like, oh, you do that, like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's right.
Or she's just trying to prove to people
That she's
something.
worthy.
Yeah, she's trying to prove
well, like
something.
he said, that's insecurity.
Yo, one more thing before we leave, because we got to go to the next topic. I hate a bitch that cannot do nothing without her friends. Oh my God, I hate you. I hate you. Like, get a fucking life. I hate it. I don't care if you want to chill with your best friend, but she don't need to come like everywhere we go. Especially the one with no man. Like, bitch, get a man. Get a boyfriend.
Yeah, nah. I hear it. There's always that, like, yo, but can my girl? Why is she always down?
Why does she never got nowhere to go?
Facts. Nowhere to go. You don't got a house.
Yo, it's so bad.
You
Look,
got
I had a
another
third
friend?
wheel at the prom one year. No. I wanted to kill. I'm trying to take my ex's virginity, and then fucking friends are here. Like, like bitches, bye, go.
Just sit around the edge of the bedroom.
I don't care if you go run.
That's your girl's fault. That's the girl's fault, though.
I'm in the car trying to hit a home run.
I don't give a
It's
shit.
not even getting past first base because the friend keeps coming.
Well, maybe she wanted to be included.
Nah, because trust me, I'm good at reading those type of.
You never know. I'm just saying.
He's stupid.
So interesting red flags. Interesting red flags for everybody. I
Right,
get
some
that.
bitches are just red flags, period. Like when they wake up and breathe and come outside, red flag. Like you're alive, red flag.
Toxic.
All right, next topic.
Let's get some music news.
Music news.
Yeah, let's talk about Lil Wayne and the shit he's been doing recently.
Yeah,
Honestly, you know, he's up to facing 10 years of prison because he pled guilty for those drug and gun charges.
Bye bye, Bucko.
But also during this interim of doing that, he had a deal with Universal Music Group to sell over his masters. But not only does that sound like a terrible idea, to me anyway, for $100 million, I mean, it's not a bad amount of money. Do I think he could have got more? Yes, considering that, I forgot who it was, like the week before, sold their masters for about $400 million.
Do you know who it is?
Bobby something.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was
Bobby Dylan.
it was
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Bob
Dylan. Dylan.
Bob Dylan's on a different level, guys.
Dylan. Bobby Dylan, I think.
Bobby Dylan.
It's
Oh,
Bob
Bob
Dylan.
Dylan. I think it was pretty sure it was Bob
Yo,
Dylan.
when you pronounce artists' names, can you run the bios first? Because yo, first it was who was it? Castro. Who else?
Yeah,
We gotta make her a
I have
shirt.
an accent.
I know, but we just that shit's just.
We gotta make her a shirt with a fucked up rapper name. Shit.
Hip hop anonymous.
Hey, we should call Frank and be like, yo, Frank, can you book Castronova?
Castronova.
See what he says.
And let me call him to the stage.
He's gonna be like, throw some respect on his name. Or just in the pronunciation.
Oh man, but no, so yeah, Lil Wayne sold his master $100 million. The story does get a little bit deeper because, all right, first of all, before I even go, let me actually tell the rest of it. So he sells his master $100 million. Mm-hmm. It goes on to even further disclose that not only did he sell the masters for to Universal his shit from Cash Money and Young Money, he sold all the Young Money masters. So that includes Nicki Minaj's shit all the way up to her last album, Queen, because that was on Young Money. Drake's album all the way up until the very last one, Scorpion, was not on Young Money. So everything before Scorpion, they have the masters for. Tyga's, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 albums until he went started doing it independent. He still made money.
I know. I'm actually waiting for you to finish so I can say my comment. But go ahead.
Yeah, he got his masters too. All for this $100 million.
Drake's big enough where he should have had control of his masters by now. That's just me. I don't know.
But it's also probably some stipulation. There's a contract where he couldn't even probably attempt to get his masters or buy his masters back until a certain period of time. And to me, if this is all like definitely 100% true, it's fucked up in many ways because this, like I was saying, this nigga was the one crying about Baby jerking him for money on the contracts for like how long now? Because he would want to drop the Carter 5 and he couldn't do it. And now you sold your artist's music that you had put on. Like these were supposed to be, you would claim that that's your sister and your brother and shit, like, and you sold their music.
Well, the crazy thing is he sold it for $100 million, right?
Yeah.
But he owes apparently $20 million in unpaid funds.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
So
Yeah,
that-
he owes like a lawyer or something mad bread from like 3 past deals. Like, so that's I mean maybe that's why it was hard to sell the masters too. But the fact is, you sold other people's shit who like held you at this pedestal. Like you were like that guy to them. Like Drake held you at a very high regard. Nicki Minaj held you at a very high regard. So
has any of them people spoke out on it?
Not directly, but even if you listen to like a lot of Drake's past albums, like well, not a lot, but the last few recent past albums from Scorpion and the ones before that, there's a lot of like subliminal sneak disses about like Cash Money and Young Money in there. Just about one where he said, "Oh, I went to check the mail, hoping for a check," some shit, and just like little shit like that. I can't remember the exact line, but he was throwing like little subliminals, like yeah, he's not even getting checks in the mail from these labels, like so. Or at least the check amounts ain't adding up to what they should be. So
is you said 10 years? He could do up to 10 years.
Yeah, because he pled guilty to
for
the
a
charge.
lesser sentence.
Yeah, so he's looking at like 10 years.
Damn, that's
It would have been like in the 20s.
Yeah, it would have been 20. It would've been like
He could have possibly
at least
did like
20.
life.
Yeah, especially with the drugs and the
Yeah, I think
guns.
if he didn't plead guilty, he could have done the least.
Apparently,
20.
it was an anonymous
And-
tipper.
Man.
That.
But yeah, I would like to see how these artists feel. 'Cause I would feel like I was like just wrong.
Let me ask you
robbed.
this: do you think Drake or Nicki Minaj would be as big as they are without signing to Young Money at this point?
Absolutely not.
I mean, there's that too. Because yeah,
It's all good speculation, of course.
yeah,
But
he had a lot to do with Springboard in their career, and obviously they had on that spotlight. And when he did formulate Young Money, it was like kind of like when Rockefeller happened. You had like these artists who all at the time were like doing very well. You had obviously they had other artists on there who weren't like at the top of the in front of the spotlight. But when he had Tyga, Nicki, and Drake, and they first freshly signed, and they were all like running, they were all putting out like shit. Like Tyga may not be like everybody's favorite like hip hop artist, but Tyga
he
had
has success.
joints.
I know.
Yeah, he
I know
had
he's
joints
successful.
out. Yeah,
I say that to say this.
I like Tiger.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake don't really care because this is what Drake did to fucking The Weeknd, no?
Well, no. The
I think they finally like
The Weeknd
whatever-
was never signed to Drake at all.
I thought it was OVO.
No, he tried. There was trying.
A collaboration.
There was EXO and OVO. They were trying to get something collaborated, and The Weeknd did not want to go that route. And Drake kind of started hinting that there was EXO OVO relationship forming long before the deal was actually
Broken.
fulfilled. And in reality, The Weeknd wasn't trying to go that route.
You think Party Next Door owns his masters?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But Party Next Door is one of the most underrated people I know.
He's also a writer, so he gets money.
He's a
but-
beast.
Yeah, he's
Party
rated
Next
a
Door is
lot
monster.
of big number ones out there. So
Great move for
Yo,
OVO.
in the bigger picture, like if I was Drake, they don't own the masters, and you know in show
It's not-
business,
yeah,
you don't get what you deserve.
It ain't your shit to
No, but you know in
to
show
sell.
business, the reality of show business is you don't get what you deserve. You get what your contract says.
contract
yeah,
with.
what you bargained for?
What you bargained for. So unfortunately, a lot of that's the fucked up part on the other side of the music business that people don't see.
It's business.
There's people that are negotiating these contracts because depending on where they're at in life in the moment, Look at something on a personal level we've seen with Little Pump. Little Pump gave our people a contract that was pennies, it was peanuts. But the peanuts was a bag to him at the time.
Right.
Then his song blows up, his size and stature comes and you know, is gigantic at the moment. But he got to come fulfill this fucked up contract that he signed.
Yeah.
And it ain't nobody's fault, but unfortunately, what you signed on that dotted line. So I don't necessarily feel bad for these people because like Drake, like I don't feel like Lil Wayne has to ask them to do it. If they're family, like he said, then yeah, you have that conversation. And
I think Drake gets it.
you know what I'm saying? You have that conversation and you're like, yo, this is what's going on. Maybe let's negotiate something, yada, 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 where you can A, eat from the masters like I'm about to, or you can turn around and maybe buy the masters off of the people I'm about to sell them to. You know, have that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure Drake financially is in a good enough place where he could probably buy his shit back. It's just the fact that he's probably going to have to buy them more than what they were sold for, and they're probably going to whack him for his shit. They're not going to sell him back his shit for $100
I mean,
million.
this happens all the time. If you look back at when the Beatles sold their masters, or Michael Jackson bought the Beatles' whole catalog, and that was a big title. I mean, that was a big cover story there.
Them dudes was tight.
And they were pissed.
No, he did that to spite Paul McCartney.
But
If y'all know y'all history, y'all know what I'm talking about.
But at the same time, then, if that was the case, if you were so concerned, there should have been a race to the finish line. Like, you should have been racing to get your masters back.
I know, I was just about to say, who's to say, like, Drake and Nicki never even, they're like, yo, I got my success in the industry. I don't even need my masters, or I don't want them.
I feel like that's generational wealth. That's something like your family, everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's a residual income.
Well, in their
with
mind, they
masters,
could be
man.
like, you know what?
What if they're just not there?
Whatever music I'm building from this point on, you don't know what their contract is gonna be like. Like, they can be like, okay, well, all the music that I generate from this moment on is now gonna be my shit. You don't know what type of behind the scenes contracts are being worked out now. It's still early. No one's commented about it. There's not much information being leaked about
You know
it.
what is being what's going on? Drake's last album was a double disc. He had 2 albums left under his contract. He's off.
He was like, hold that.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done.
Right.
He
So
was talking about retiring at one point.
He said he was gonna retire by, I think the age was he 35 now? He might have one more album left, and
Nah,
he might
Drake is
be
not
done.
older than me. Drake's younger than me.
Well, he might have that one last album in January, and you might not hear another Drake album.
I don't know. They always say that, man.
He might do it.
I don't see it happening. He's like one of the
He might
biggest.
be. He can still do features and shit, but he may not do another album.
Drake can literally be like 41, 42, and it's gonna blow.
He should do a song with that nigga.
I think I don't know. I think Drake, as talented as he is, I'm not sure if he would have been as big as he is if he hasn't come across, or Young Money hasn't come across him. I think Nicki Minaj, her positioning in the game, she already kind of had positioning with Gucci Mane and Fendi. So I think that she was already kind of positioned. So I think she would have been signed no matter what. But I'm not sure about the route of Drake at that time, being a Toronto rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. He's talented enough that if he would have positioned himself in the right areas, he would have been signed. I just don't know which direction he would have went in. But I'm curious to know that. That's interesting to wonder. You know, where else could you see him signed to? Who else?
At this point, it's speculation because it's just like. That's like us saying in '96. Like, imagine,
It's just more like
imagine Jordan on the Knicks.
Yeah,
At that point, that was unfathomable. Like,
right. But I
couldn't
can
think
see
of that.
I'd probably Rock Nation maybe.
Yeah.
Independent.
Or independent. I think he could have went the Mac Miller route.
He could have.
With his catalog after Young Money and stuff, and like the way he's doing, like, he could be
And
independent right now.
he was very backpacky and boom bap-ish early on in his career to begin with. Or he could have been MMG.
But that Cash Money.
He could have been We the Best MMG because he worked with them a lot in his career.
Yeah.
But I think that was because of Cash Money.
And Lil Wayne's relationship with
Yeah.
them. So you're right.
So I think that the Young Money kind of positioned him to win.
He could have been with Dre. I don't know how that would have sounded, but
I don't know. I just can't picture him with a West Coast sound. I just can't.
me neither. I think his career happened how it was supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad it did too.
Yeah, he's probably gonna. I don't want to give him call him like Michael Jackson or anything,
Right.
but Drake is the Drake. Like Drake is Drake.
I'm just curious more on Nicki Minaj's end because they were talking about if she was going to make another album or not. Anyway, they were making it sound like she was going to do the mom life thing and shit now. So
I feel like people ain't fucking with her like they used to.
No.
I think she's talented. She's extremely talented. Out of all the female rappers, I think she's one of the most
I
talented.
think Cardi B came in kind of like.
Humbled her because she had no competition. To
Definitely
that point.
humbled her.
yeah, that I would say
Definitely
that
humbled her.
She didn't out rap her though.
She sure as hell didn't.
No, but Cardi B was just a new look, a new wave, a new everything.
She pretty much showed her like, bitch, you're not the only one who can do out here doing this shit, man.
Yeah, but when Cardi B had a run, there was a point where I'd rather had heard a Cardi B record than a Nicki Minaj record.
Facts.
It almost got to the point where I'm like, ew, take that off.
I think it
don't
was the
wanna
timing. You know why? Because Nicki Minaj was more on that time when Cardi B started to come in. Nicki Minaj was more on the commercial.
She's pop.
Prior to
now.
that, we had heard her kind of
lyricist.
the gritty, more
As a
lyrical,
lyricist.
and then she kind of transitioned to kind of touch upon the masses, which would be the more of the pop, et cetera, et cetera. And then Cardi came in with the timing was perfect. Cardi came in with the more of the gritty.
She was authentic.
Yeah, we like the gritty. For us, we like the gritty.
And she was, I'm not to say Nicki Minaj was authentic, like she wasn't herself, but Cardi just showed like more of herself and was more seemed to be more relatable to a lot of chicks and shit. So it was cool, and also Cardi was more open to working with other female artists, where Nicki Minaj was like not. She worked with other female artists, but she wasn't fucking with any female rappers, like barely.
That's where Nicki fucked up. Nicki could have been like a gatekeeper, a torch bearer. You know,
She wasn't such a fucking hater.
She could have been big sis. Nah, she wanted to be almighty queen, and I feel like now that worked against her.
Right.
Because now her perception has changed. Like I can't hold. I'm gonna keep. This is authentic. What I'm about to say. When I first heard "This Is My Moment for Life," that shit gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Just the authenticity of that song and what it meant for that woman's career and where she came from. And I was a fan when I saw her be the first chick to rock the stage with Jay-Z and Rick Ross on that Monster
And hold her own.
And hold their own and be like,
Her rush was
that
hard.
was her.
Hard.
That was her at Summer Jam that year. That was her moment when she was like, "I've arrived. I'm here." You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. Now I'm like, "All right, Nicki, what else you got?" Like you did the like now what? You know what I'm saying? Now what?
Zelensky.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, big shout out to Nicki, big shout out to Drake and all the artists that are on Young Money. I'm sure that all of them are talented enough to be able to continue to create music, and I know they got enough money to get a great lawyers to work out their deals. So I know that they'll be okay in the long run. So big shout out to them.
One last thing before we go. Who's to say that them Drake and Nicki are like, fuck them masters, I'm rich.
They might be.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think they care.
I feel like they had before Lil Wayne went public, I feel like he already had that conversation with them.
Yeah, of course.
Because now we could have been hearing
I would
stuff.
hope so.
You can't miss what you never had. They never owned the
Their
masters. ever.
camaraderie, I think they have something special there. They have a bond there, so I think that I think
It
he
didn't
would've-
turn out sloppy and like all over the place.
I would hope so because his
Like
situation
Rockefeller,
with
for
Cash Money
instance.
was.
We saw how Rockefeller, like, who in a million years would have thought that Dame Dash would be sitting here and Jay-Z and Kanye would be sitting here in polar opposites. Like, Dame Dash put himself into, what's the word?
He sat himself in the corner almost though.
Yeah, but and now he's not Dame Dash anymore. He's just...
I'm just saying, I got big respect for Dame Dash.
I do.
I do because I love. He's cocky, but his mind frame is so elevated beyond a lot of people's comprehension. So I think that,
He's his
and I
own
think
worst
that
enemy,
Jay-Z, he's a straight businessman, and he's gonna get his bag by any means necessary, even if it means compromising some of his integrity. So
I mean, if
a
you
lot
wanna
of
talk
put that
this-
nigga up here like this, but in reality, the deal that he had with Rockefeller, that whole deal was because he pushed Dame Dash and the other niggas that were involved out of that deal.
You know why he pushed them out?
Yeah, there's a reason though. Them niggas was on some fuck shit. He was trying to
they
grow.
fuck.
I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't
It's
think
pretty
all
much the same
ins
shit we're
and
talking
outs.
about right now. Jay-Z sat down with these niggas and said pretty much, I
want my masters.
I want I want all the masters. I want the master to my baby, Reasonable Doubt. That's all I want.
That's what
Them
he
niggas
wanted.
told him no. Def Jam said, "Oh, you know what? We'll give you the different. You're gonna be president. We'll give you all your masters, and we'll give you this bonus. Fuck you, niggas. I'm out of here. You're supposed to be my boy and ask you for one thing,
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Like
and these niggas are gonna give me all my shit. And
They were
bread?
trying to bogart it. Like,
Yeah, nah, I'm out. Fuck you, niggas.
he was trying to grow. Nobody wanted
And he
to
tried
grow.
to still bring them on, and they still didn't want it because of that shit. They didn't want to fuck with it. So like, I
Imagine-
get it. They had their own, but nah, I would have did the same shit.
Imagine you trying to transition from the white tee to the suit. To the business suit, and y'all niggas just want to sit there and fucking pop bottles and wear white tees. I can't fuck with that. I gotta grow. I gotta go. We can't be here. We have nothing in common. You can't sit at this table
an
anymore, my
interesting
nigga.
analogy.
You know what I'm saying? Your seat at the table
And
is gone.
Nah, I
you
feel
got to
it.
go.
And like I said, I have respect for Dame Dash too, but
Yeah.
he's his own worst enemy.
Cause he's too cocky.
And
This
he's
nigga
too
said,
proud.
"My son can't work for nobody else." Well, he better not. You're rich, but in a humble sense, everybody got to work for somebody, whether we
think-
fucking like it or not.
But I think what we're missing his bigger message. I think the bigger message is that he wants ownership for his child. He wants his child to own something. He does not want his child to have to work for nobody. So I think that's the bigger message in which he's trying to deliver. His delivery may not be the best, just like Kanye.
So he delivers shit like Donald Trump. Like
Just
sometimes
like-
the shit he be saying, I get what you're trying to say.
And
You
guess
just
what?
Because they got
Guess what?
because these
Fucked up
dudes have
situation.
egos. We're talking about people with egos. So with people with egos, they don't always have the best way of communicating. So you kind of have to kind of read between the lines in order to try to understand these dudes. If us
Jeremiah.
as African Americans, we kind of understood that a little bit better, we probably will own a lot more shit. And that's the truth. And we have a little bit more generational wealth to pass on to our families.
But the reality is, even if you got the best message in the world, you still can't fucking wrap it around and fiery hell and nails and tell people to eat it. That's not how it works.
What you mean?
Like, Damon Dash, he does say good shit, but he's so fucking cocky that you're just turned off by what he's saying.
Absolutely. I
You know
agree
what
with
I'm
you
saying?
100%.
So it's just like if you're being a dick with what you're saying, I don't care what the fuck you got to say.
Yeah, he pretty,
honestly.
much made
I agree.
he pretty much made it sound like you work for somebody else. You're a fucking idiot.
You're a bum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
He's
make
Dame
shit.
Dash.
Yeah, like-
he sold drugs before
Like,
he got to where he
I
was.
think when
you know,
like I said, his message. Because I try to read between the lines, and I understand the way he comes across is just so fucking egotistical. But what I try to see is the vision and the message behind all that. You know what I'm saying?
that's because you're very understanding, which ain't a bad thing. But
And I'm not even condoning what he does. I'm just saying the most important thing is the message behind what he's saying. And for me, it's a message to the rest of African Americans out there. We need to own our own shit. And he's right about that. We need to be our own bosses. We don't need to be punching no fucking clock and making somebody else rich. You know what I'm saying? You can't call yourself a boss at the end of the day if you're working for somebody else. And I can understand that. I can understand what he's saying. And that's all I'm saying. His egotistical ways, belittles people in the way he talks.
Thank you.
You're absolutely right. I don't fuck with that because I don't talk like that. But
and you drive a Benz.
and behind all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like I wouldn't do it.
Right.
But
You're independent. You're not out here like, if you don't drive a Benz, you're a bitch ass nigga. You're a bum. I don't know what to tell you. Get like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're humble about it. And your message will make it way more further than oh, your son works for people? Oh, I don't know what to say. Like,
Let's not give that much energy to Dame Dash because he wasn't even the point of this topic anymore.
He ain't, but
And he's not even really relevant.
But I'm so glad we talked about it. I'm so glad we spoke about it. I'm glad we did.
Well, we could keep talking about it, but we're going to go to the chop up and we're going to talk about a few more other things before we get up out of here. We got like a few more minutes. So, the government's been talking about all this shit with the CDC, everybody.
how's that candy cane, honey bunches?
I know, it's the only thing.
Yo, it's the only thing we're gonna hear on the playback.
Anybody getting that vaccine though?
Nope.
No vaccines, no quarantine vaccines, no COVID vaccines.
I don't even do flu
So-
shots.
I kind
I
of
don't
like
either.
read up on the vaccine. I read up on the pros and the cons. There's more cons than there are pros. I'll just tell
All
you
right,
that
so
much.
break it down for us.
So the pro that the RNA vaccine is basically it's not the actual virus they're injecting to you. It's like a genetic codes, right, that go into your body and deliver. It's almost like a fake virus into your body to help boost your immunity. Right.
Yeah, just like the flu shot.
Now, they're saying that's the only pro about it. But they're saying that people who have already gotten COVID don't need to get the vaccine. But it doesn't mean that they couldn't get reinfected because just like the flu, COVID mutates. There's just different strands of it. Apparently, they shut down UK and all these other borders because there's another strand of COVID.
Causing people to go blind. I seen that.
Right. So everyone be careful if it's, what it is. But the side effects basically are pain in the injection site, right? There's fatigue, muscle ache, joint pain, headaches, and potential fever, which is short-lived, says the FDA.
But that's the same thing. The same signs you get when you get flu shot. Same exact thing.
Right, but this injection is given twice. So you take one, and then you have to, and then I think a few months later, you have to take the second injection in order for it to work at 100%.
So you take the shot, and now you're immune to getting COVID.
You're building the immunity. It takes 2 injections of this RNA vaccine in order for you to be fully immune.
So if you fuck around and forget the second shot, you got to do that shit all over again.
No me gusta.
Man, I would fuck up because I fuck around and forget to take my dog for the rest of their shots, and I'd get all their rabies shots and shit all over
So
again.
Heavy, you're not getting it?
Fuck no.
D1, you're not getting it?
I mean, I haven't had a flu shot or nothing like that in years, bro. I don't get sick like that, bro. I really don't.
Yeah.
Yo, my job.
I'm not gonna start putting shit in my body now and then watch me start getting sick. So, it's like,
My job emailed us. It was like, we highly recommend. They're looking into ways to getting it to us. And I never wanted to type "suck my dick from the back" so fast to HR. Just kidding.
just kidding. All jokes. Nah, but I've heard about a few people.
I wasn't feeling it though.
Companies hitting the HR's hitting them up saying like either they highly recommend or they're almost making it saying like it may be mandatory that you get it to continue working here.
Well, there's some companies like where I work. You have the choice. If you want to go back into office, you're probably going to have the vaccine done in order to be within the corporate building. But then you have the option to work from home and just everything virtually.
Our job gives us that option. I guess my ass is working from home because I ain't getting that shot.
You know what it is? I think that in 2020, for me at least, this is my perspective, I just don't trust you motherfuckers.
Exactly.
I just don't. I don't know what you're putting in this shot and what you're putting in my body. I don't trust you enough to negotiate a stimulus plan that works for me and my family. I don't trust you enough to keep my interests at the forefront. So why the fuck should I entrust you to make sure that you're not doing something malicious against humankind?
Yeah, you're right.
That's how I think the majority of the people feel. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. And I don't think that you've tested this product enough to be able to be like, hey.
Yeah, this is like record
It's
timing
rushed.
for a
It's
vaccine.
rushed.
Yo, all I'm saying is, if you ordered the Burger King hot dogs or the Burger King tacos, I don't want to hear you talk about I don't want to get a shot.
Wait, Burger King has tacos?
Had tacos.
They had hot dogs too.
And hot dogs?
They had glizzies.
Yeah, terrible ones. But 2 things from what Jess
My boy
said.
used to live by them hot
Working
dogs.
from home, if the company is telling us that, quote, it could be highly recommended, or you could work from home. Just think about this. In the long run, sooner or later, they're going to cut that option out.
Right.
The only choice you're going to have is taking the fucking vaccine.
Right.
So basically, we're just going to be like experiments. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
No, but no,
Absolutely.
you gotta understand. These companies that want to expand, because the company I'm working for, so there's like different there's like franchises all across the United States of this company I work for. They're $1 billion company, big. All right. They're even international. They have partnerships with other countries, and they have all of Mexico, all of Canada, Alaska, fucking Hawaii, like everything. And little by little, like our location is taking over other territories. So they're building and they're hiring more and more. So there's a lot of big companies like Bank of America, T-Mobile. Sometimes when you answer the phone, you're speaking to someone outside of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the outsourcing.
So if companies expanded within the U.S. and gave people chances to work from home and hired people who can work from home and work in the corporate office, then you're giving more jobs to people here. You know what I mean? Like, why force people to have to go into a building? If you want to work from home, work from home. We'll just find people who want to work within the office.
What I'm saying is, like, I agree with what you're saying, because all companies expand. What I'm saying is that the working from home might have an expiration date, where sooner or later you're not going to be able to work from home, where you have to take the vaccine. That's what I was focusing on.
I think I think some jobs, yes. But there's some companies who are already, like the company I work for, they were already doing test runs on working from home before COVID even hit.
And you know why? Because some companies, it's more cost effective. Like they can cut costs.
It helps them.
And not having to pay for offices or paying for, all these big fancy buildings.
Let's keep it 100.
Or insurances and stuff like that.
Let's keep it 100. The ability to work at home is what kept these companies alive.
Afloat, yeah.
Imagine if in the restaurant or entertainment business that we are part of, we could have did that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree too.
What would it be like? You know
Even
what
my
I'm saying?
job, even before the COVID thing, like when I was doing marketing over there, they was talking about making it so, like, literally everything we were doing was like social media stuff. Like you could post to Facebook from my home. Like I can do all that. I literally only had to go to the office if I had to do generate content that we didn't have.
Right.
If I had to like ship something out or like things like that. But everything else, I literally did it from my phone.
Right.
I didn't have to be in the office.
Especially if you're creative with your content.
It's like, I didn't have to be in the office all day.
Right.
And they were starting to explore that, but obviously now with things, they kind of just pushed it towards that direction.
See,
anyway,
I think that, I've read a couple articles. I don't know how true or they are, but I've seen a couple articles where they were talking about if you don't get the vaccine, that they could take your licenses away. They could start taking away certain things from you to kind of make you have to go. And I don't know how true that is, so I don't want to. But these are just some of the things that's starting to stir up.
No, but it's good to bring it to the light.
But yeah, it is.
That really exists.
And I don't doubt it. That's all I'm saying. I don't put nothing past these motherfuckers. I just don't trust the government. I really don't. And it's kind of sad that, and I know I'm not alone in that. I know a lot of people out there just don't have a lot of faith, especially in the United States government. So
to build on what you said, it already exists now. I was just a year ago, I was in college. I was about to start my internship portion of the program I was in. And if I didn't get a flu shot, regardless if I was against it or not, which I was, I couldn't enter Merriam Hospital and intern without that shot. And I was fucking pissed. I didn't want the shot. And if we're being honest, like, my health has not been the same since I got the shot.
yeah, and let's look at it from a different perspective. There's a lot of religions out there that won't allow you to take that shot. So, for example, I had this conversation.
They're trying to get rid of that, by the way.
I was taking, I know. This is where I'm going with this. Is that I took my grandmother to a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I asked her, I was like, Grandma, you gonna get the shot? She's like, well, she's Jehovah's Witness. They are not allowed to take blood in. So they can't do blood transfusions if they needed to. They carry a card in their purses or their wallets that says something about they do not, they are
Like, don't transfuse me.
right, don't transfuse me.
That's all about them too. If they lost that car too, there's someone who works in that building who's Jehovah's Witness, and they'll just like let them know too.
Yeah.
Like they're connected. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's like they're very deep. So, in the vaccine, there's two different types of vaccines. The ones that contain blood in it, more or less like
Yeah, it's like the plasma.
right, the plasma and the bloods, and then the other, there's one that does not. And she asked,
It's called the free test.
so she asked her doctor. She's like, and then not only that, I guess she said she will be willing to take the one without blood, but she has to get it through her doctor. But her doctor told her that you have to go to like Walgreens, eventually to Walgreens or a place like that they won't allow the doctors to give the actual.
Yeah.
So
The pharmacists give that back.
what I find so crazy is that I got the flu shot once my whole entire life, and it was the worst experience of my life. I thought I was dying. So I stopped taking it. My son's about to be 4, never had the flu shot, and this kid is the strongest 4-year-old I've ever met. Listen, he lifts couches up for fun.
He's a monster.
Like literally, I have videos of him.
That's why you be on the Zoom wilding out.
Dude, he's insane. My kid's insane, but is so strong and healthy.
He's gonna be
He's gonna be an athlete.
And his
you can
doctor is this guy in the Providence by the Women and Infants, and he gets so upset every year. I go and I'm like, he's not getting the flu shot, and he's like, why isn't he getting the flu? Like, he gets upset because I'm not letting you give my kid the flu shot.
I want to go there so I can tell him to shut the fuck up.
And he's like, oh, well, you need to sign this waiver, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'll sign whatever the fuck you want me to sign. My kid's not getting the shot. Sorry to let you know. No.
It's like, well, you be buying diapers this year, doctor.
Right.
Will you be paying college tuition, doctor? If I shut the fuck up about
Who's
what I
paying
want to do with a
who?
kid.
Are you paying me or am I paying you? Shut up.
You're nice, because I would have told him to shut the fuck up and fight me.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I was just like,
this is still the doctor.
I was like, I'm just not signing it.
Believe it or not, there's not a lot of doctors taking new patients.
I know, I'm trying to get a PCP myself.
It's hard.
My doctor's virtual, like not virtual, but I've
like
never
WebMD?
met my doctor because no, listen, I got this. This her doctor. Her name is
do a physical?
Catherine Duat. They do virtual. Like, if I'm really, really ill, she'll have me come in. But if not, I'm just there. I have different doctors. This is a primary physician. Then you have your gynecologist. Then you have, you have different doctors.
So you have a virtual gynecologist?
They definitely don't do
Not
that
a virtual one. The gynecologist you have to go into.
The gynecologist be like, bust it open,
Bust it
get your
open, lay on
shit.
your bed and screenshot.
A physician is an overall
Put your lips on loud for
physician.
1,000.
And unless you're like really, really ill and you need blood work and all this stuff, that's when you would go in. But if not, she just does the appointments over the phone with me, and that's how we do it now.
Lazy bitch.
That's a consultation at that point.
I know.
And I will not be getting billed for
I feel
a
like I should be
visit.
No,
discounted.
they do. No, so if you do virtual appointments, I think it's like there's no copay
They
for
better not be.
virtuals.
That's a FaceTime at that point.
Well, any last things to say about this vaccine before we move on to this topic?
I mean,
kind of
fuck
start to
the
go away from the
vaccine, son.
vaccine a little bit.
I think you got to do what's best for you. I don't want to force my opinions on you. I don't think that you should be influenced. I think you should really do your own research about it and come to your own conclusions. We're just sharing our
Opinions and
perspectives and opinions.
I feel you.
Definitely look into it yourself, and don't listen to the media. Don't listen to social media. Don't listen to any of that. Just do your own research. That's all we're saying.
I won't get it, but I don't give a fuck if you get it.
Right.
Right.
Let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah, let me know when your third
I feel
head starts to grow out the side
I feel
of
like
your neck.
what we're gonna see is the Night of the Living Dead. That's all I keep on picturing once the vaccinations start going.
You know, I just can't. I'm sorry. Before we move on, I just can't get past the fact that, and like I said, we're so influenced by the news, social media. I can't get past the fact, the origin of this whole pandemic. There's so many questions that need to be answered still. So I don't know what the root is, and I don't know what the outcome of this is gonna be. So it's like I don't know if this is maybe all part of the plan. So I don't really know. There's so many. I'm such a conspiracy type of theorist.
So you're gonna wrap up this conspiracy statement to say?
I know. I'm sorry.
I just want to say. I just want to say that I did hear that if it's in writing that for people, those who don't take the vaccine, just be aware that they're going to unleash a big virus that's probably going to wipe out the rest of the masses that don't take the vaccine.
Wait, hold on. See, that sounds like a conspiracy.
That's what I was saying. Another conspiracy statement.
Well, it's supposed to be like
This one has to do with a conspiracy.
like
Guys, remember when people thought that the COVID came to America because people were eating bats?
oh my God, stop. Yeah, I remember that shit.
They say that because the Chinese people were eating bats, and that's how it all.
That's how it got here. Remember that? Whatever happened to that?
Wait, hold on. That's not how it got here?
No,
nigga.
That bat flew in and was like, hey.
You stupid. What's the next topic?
Oh man! So before we get out of here, obviously, we'll talk about winter depression. Mental health awareness. Definitely something that affects a lot of people. And we just want to, put it out there. Just say publicly that, check on your friends. It doesn't take much to make a call. I know a bunch of people who suffer from what's it called? They call it like wintertime depression,
Seasonal depression.
Yeah, and it is. It's just real. It's just a motherfucker. So
I think like 64% of Americans suffer from that. They say that usually the holidays it's the worst.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that's why, and this is why I think that Christmas is so far. I don't mean to be the Grinch. Everybody knows that I don't celebrate Christmas. Everybody knows that.
Can you play the
I don't
Grinch
celebrate
song?
Halloween. I'm not into it.
You're a mean
And the
one.
reason why I'm not into it
Mr.
is
Grinch.
because of the fact that it puts so much stress, unnecessary stress from people, and it's a distraction from what the origin of it is supposed to be about. And it becomes very materialistic, and it's not even about the goodwill of doing things for people. It just becomes about a grab for everybody. So that's why I don't celebrate it. And I think that if less people did, you won't be so fucking stressed out.
I like the feeling of Christmas right up until the day that you start opening presents, because before that is all of the gatherings, and you feel that like holiday spirit, the lights on the Christmas tree, and at night when all the lights are off and the Christmas tree is shining with the lights, it's just like a nice cozy feeling. You know what I mean? The Christmas music, it's a vibe.
But you can create
definitely.
that. You can definitely still create that without stressing yourself out with this is what I'm saying. This is what I think. I think it's good. I think it's good to create your own traditions. Like, a lot of these people celebrate these holidays and don't even know the real origin of the holiday. So I think that it's important to create your own origin and then be like, and then for example, if I were to do Christmas, I would do something like I would train my kids. Okay, instead of us exchanging gifts, let's see if every year we go out and we serve food to the homeless, or let's do something nice for someone
Less
else.
fortunate.
Let's adopt a family and let's us do that, as opposed to like us receiving this stuff. That because we have a roof over our head, we're healthy, we have everything we need. What the fuck else do we really need? So let's us as a family do something nice for another family, as opposed to just going for a big grab and stressing each other out like that. It's just too much. And that, I think, it will be more along the lines of what Christmas should be about. You know what I mean? For me,
I can dig it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Going back to the depression, my doctor told me that because I have in my blood, it showed that I was low in vitamin D. It could be part of the reason why.
Yeah, there's less sunlight out during the time, so yeah.
That's me. I have a vitamin D deficiency in my blood as well. I have mild depression. I've been to the crazy hospital.
I'm not laughing because I've been there
This is
too.
the way he's saying it. It's just the way he said, I've been to the crazy
I
hospital.
really have. I've been to Newport.
well, I'm not surprised about you, but I am surprised about you.
This is not serious. This is gonna be deep and serious. One, my advice if you're dealing with somebody who suffers from mental health, don't tell them man up. Don't tell them it's not real.
Or you're dramatic.
Don't be fucking. Oh my God, I hate when people like. I try to tell somebody about my depression or something, and they tell me some dumb shit like, "Try not to think about it."
That's like the whole point of like depression. It's something that's constantly in your mind, and everything just sets you off. Like.
And you know what else too is that a lot of people who suffer from depression, some of them are the most happiest fucking go lucky people you ever met in your life because they don't want other people to be depressed.
Right.
So they'll spend their time trying to, put you in a good mood, put you in a good mood, when in reality they're fucking dying inside. So check on your friends, definitely.
And before we get up out of here too, I want to know best holiday memories. Like any good holiday memories, any bad holiday memories. Nothing like that was like terrible that's gonna make us cry before we leave. But like bad shit, like I was walking into the kitchen and get some Christmas cookies and my little cousin pants me in front of everybody, like embarrassing shit like that.
Yeah, I miss being in school. Them last week before you go on vacation.
Yeah.
When you're just watching movies every day because your teacher don't give a fuck and she's sick of y'all.
You got like
already.
the potluck in class and shit.
Yeah, basically it's just chips and cookies, but whatever. I miss that. I grew up playing sports, so I miss the if you play varsity basketball in high school, there's a Christmas tournament. That's awesome. What else do I miss? I miss just because, a lot of my family just passed away, so I just miss the togetherness and oneness of my family because when you start losing people throughout the years, traditions tend to break.
fade away.
Yeah.
So, while I'm there, rest in peace, my Uncle George, Uncle Carlos.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. All the fallen people, we still out here, we still love and miss yous. But yeah, so it's things like that. Like, it's just the memories and... now that I'm a father, or I'm a father on the way.
Father to be.
I'm gonna do like a mixture of what you said, like, cause I believe in giving back. Like,
yeah, now you get to set the tradition.
Oh, that's what I did this weekend, by the way, guys. I was at Chad Brown with my mans.
I seen that.
We gave gifts out. I didn't collect the gifts or whatever. My mans did, but it was cool to distribute it them.
You should have let us know.
Who's your mans?
My boy Mitch.
Shout him out.
My nigga Mitch. What up, Mitch?
Big shout out to Mitch.
Mitch and his whole organization.
You know the name of his organization?
Yeah,
I do not.
Okay.
Let's find out, and then next time.
Yeah, next time we'll get the. But yeah, so that was a good experience, just to give back in the neighborhood I grew up in. And to even be in a position to give out gifts.
Yeah, just to volunteer your time.
Yeah, volunteer the time, It was like 10 in the morning. Honestly, it was last minute. He wrote in the group chat, our football group chat, like, yo, I need volunteers. And
you responded.
Yeah, because in the past, you would see like me and D1 at like the Rock Nation. Not Rock Nation. Is it a Rock Nation brunch?
The Rock the Bells.
The Rock the Bells. Sponsored by Rockefeller and Henny or whatever the fucking know.
The one they do at the Rosendale all the time.
That was a dope event. Yeah. I remember one year D1 went super all out. Like he bought hella gifts. And then I had to put like my 8 next to his like 30 or whatever. Fuck you. But it looked good in the box together.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. We donated them together as LRI.
Together as LRI Radio.
Like it didn't really matter.
It didn't matter. I'm just talking shit because it was funny.
Let's get back on that. So memories, right? Mm-hmm. D1, you got a memory you want to share?
I think honestly it'd probably be the same thing. Just getting up with like the family in the morning and actually just being around everybody. Like as we were saying, everybody gets older. People like move on and do their own things, and not everybody is available. Some people aren't with us anymore, but just things like that. And I feel like even on the same page, like him being an expected father, I feel like me being older and me maybe when I do have a family, starting to set like some traditions. I would like to do more of what you're saying. Like even if we do get gifts and we exchange gifts, like maybe that morning, like all right, you guys got your gifts, so you know how you're gonna earn these gifts. We're gonna do something positive for the community.
Right.
Like, throw them coats on, little nigga.
Let's go do something for somebody. Like but that's the only thing I can really think. I can't think of any like big memories off the top of my head right now.
What you got, Jess? Yeah. Got any memories?
I do.
Stories.
Yeah, my memories is once the holidays would get here, watching my mom, you know, when my parents were together when I was younger, putting up the Christmas tree, the music playing, the Christmas music playing in the background, my mom cooking, smelling the food, us running around, just like excitement of the holidays was so much fun. The energy. And then at night you can't sleep and you can hear the like wrapping paper and like my mom's like wrapping the gifts and stuff like that.
I will say that too. My mom was definitely like the more like Christmas person. Like she would put up the decorations, she'd play Christmas music and do all that stuff.
Yeah, my mom was really like festive like that. She liked to be the host that entertain everybody. She's always our house was always the house that everyone went to when I was younger to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. My mom, like everyone just loved my mom's cooking, her baking, everything. So she did everything. She slaved for like days to make sure everything was ready. As I got older and my life got busier and then I had kids, things kind of faded out. And it was like every now and then we go visit family and probably stop in for a party. But it's been a while since I put up a Christmas tree. And this year I put up a Christmas tree. It was a 7-footer. And it's really nice, and I'm happy. I put it up right on the nick of time. It went up the beginning of this week.
Is it a real one or a fake one?
It's a fake one, but it's not real. But it's a 7-footer, and I liked it because it was so tall. It wasn't just like, it's beautiful.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's crazy because for me, like growing up, I was poor as hell. My family was poor as hell, but my mom always made it work. I don't know what it is about single moms. They're like fucking superpowers with capes and shit. They just make shit happen. And she always made it work. But me and my sister Yolanda were always like, it was like our goal. We already knew Santa from an early age but didn't exist. So we always try to like find the gifts. So we would be like snooping through shit, knocking shit over, finding it. And then, we would always find the gifts, bro. And I just remember waking up at like way too early to fucking open gifts. My mom would send us back to bed. Right. We would go to open the gifts at midnight. She'd be like, go back to bed.
I think it's one gift at midnight, and then in the morning you open the rest.
Nah, my family just waited till the morning all the time.
Yeah, we always waited till the morning.
I don't know, man. I'm Puerto Rican. We got all our shit on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know some families.
Wake up mad as fuck on Christmas because all your niggas got their gifts. And you're like, I already been playing with mine for 2 days, but whatever. I want to say something that's important, and this goes out to my mother. Mom, I'm sorry if I ever was ungrateful as an adult or as a kid, because now that I'm older, I truly understand the sacrifice and how hard it is to provide a good Christmas to 3 badass kids. You was in your early 20s when you had 3 kids in your by your early 20s.
Same here. Yeah.
And you wasn't in the best situations. And Mom, you are appreciated. I love you, girl.
Superpowers.
That's my superwoman right there, for real. She made it happen. All fucking 5, whatever of her 5 feet tall. I think she's like 5. I think she's like 4'11" actually. But
your mom's a sweetheart.
Yeah, well, she's alright. I want to say all that. That's playing.
So big shout out to all the single moms, and you do what you can do. Don't stress yourself out.
And if you can't buy your son the PS5 and the Jordans that year,
probably didn't deserve it anyway.
Not even that. I want you to know you're not a bad parent if you can't provide these things to them.
Right.
You know?
Facts.
I mean, this year is really hard for a lot of families because
even worse.
You go from being able to purchase pretty much everyone in your family at least something, and then COVID pandemic happens, people lose jobs, and I'm pretty sure people are depressed over that alone. Like, how are they going to give when they're so used to having this much to probably having nothing this Christmas to maybe a couple of things.
Minimal, yeah.
The minimal, it kind of like
fucks you up.
Kind of fucks you up, It does.
I hear you, but guess what? I would trade financial security for having my uncles back. It's not like I'm never gonna be able to sit at a table with my uncle, ever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I would take the moment that we've had and the past shared moments. I would fucking trade every dollar I make for the next 10 years to be able to relive, those moments and be with these people. Mm-hmm. Hold your people close. God's gonna ask for them one day, fellas and ladies.
Definitely. So it's been a really good year with you guys. Probably won't see you guys again until 2021. At least I don't plan on being here next week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's like that's the whole point of it.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
No. I'm probably gonna be away for New Year's, but
I ain't gonna be in New Year's.
I thought we were gonna do this on Wednesday, and I was gonna wear it.
I don't know.
She just wants to wear her outfit.
We'll figure it out, maybe. But
it's gonna be my
You
birthday.
do it on a Wednesday.
I know. What are we doing for your birthday, Jeremiah?
I think I might have to go there with you guys if that works.
All right, well, let us know because
To New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, New Year's Eve, we're going. Be up
I'll
there.
talk to you guys after the show. But
All right. Well, we wish y'all a happy holidays. We may be here next week, may not. I don't know.
Well, from
we'll probably do next week.
from the
One more for New Year's
Heavy
Eve, I guess.
podcast, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Kwanzaa.
and to all, happy holidays.
All that good ish.
And happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Also, too, stop buying them badass kids all them gifts. You're the fucking reason they're bad, you fucking dumbasses.
That's the last thing you're gonna say.
Like seriously, if your son deserves an ass whipping, but you give him a PS5, I should whip both your fucking asses.
Yo,
Buy your kids some fucking books.
No, whip his ass.
facts.
Slap that
Get some
little nigga.
books.
It's disrespectful.
All them goddamn video games.
Slap the Sonic coins out that little nigga. He talks crazy.
All right, y'all. Till next time, we out of here with love, peace.
We out here, baby.